like sports?
No, I like wrestling though.
Okay, well, you just ruined the intro, but that's cool. Yeah, like, all right, let's go. Dynamite was a thing, and it was started off with the Young Bucks,
Yay.
and they did a skit that you would find on Monday Night Raw of them being having money and going to gamble and Nick losing all of the money that they had because Matt wanted to do some grandiose thing because it's the sixth anniversary and the founding fathers. He wanted to do this thing, and Nick wound up gambling away the money. And I just was thinking, like, this is just sports entertainment. Like, this is sports entertainment. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is.
You called that as soon as they won the money too.
Yeah, but this is just is I just detest them. They were called the Broke Bucks, by the way, in this.
That was
So
funny.
then they get to the sixth man, and it's Josh Alexander and the Young Bucks versus Bro Dito and Kenny Omega. I'm not gonna lie to you, everything about this was confusing. And I know people are like, what do you mean it's confusing? It was very confusing. Like, not the fact that they did the Macarena. That has nothing to do with anything. Well, that is actually confusing. That, like, I'm not gonna lie, that is actually confusing. That is like an ancient fucking dance, and they did it, and everybody was like, haha. And I'm like, half of you people don't even know what the fucking Macarena is, but you laughed. Okay, whatever. All right, that fucking bothered me. That fucking bothered. That was the first thing. But that's not what was the biggest confusion. The confusion is like you have everything right there and nothing makes sense because the Bucks they're beefing with Brodito. That should have been a red flag to go. Okay, we're gonna put the Bucks over Brodito, have them go for the tag titles. That that's normal. That's normal.
Yep.
Okay, Josh Alexander wasn't the one who took Kenny Omega out. Kyle Fletcher was. Shouldn't we do something to set up Kyle Fletcher and Kenny Omega down the line? Shouldn't we do that?
That would make sense.
That would make sense. No, and then it doesn't because Kenny's team gets the win, and it's like, okay, so you threw away the Bucks storyline. So then Jurassic Express comes out and just starts kicking the Bucks ass. And I'm like, okay, I get that they have beef. They have beef. You could have still put that beef on the back burner for like at least a week and had the fucking Bucks beat Brodito, put the tag titles, and then had, hey, we're gonna have Jurassic Express versus the Bucks at the pay-per-view for the tag titles. And I've been like, all right, cool, that's cool. That makes sense.
AEW has always had this problem with their timing, with storylines. The storylines that should like end quickly and have a payoff quickly, you have them like months, even sometimes years down the line. And then
Mm-hmm.
the fucking ones that you need time with, they always like do them quick. Like what the fuck? I hate that.
Is very weird. But Jurassic Express beats the shit out of the Bucks, and yes, Jack Perry did have a knife because on BTE he had a knife talking about they stabbed him in the back. Whatever. That's a clue to they're back to themselves with their little hidden clues or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah,
Screw that. But then Kenny Omega gets pissed off at Jack Perry. And there was a lot of people that was like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? And then I was like, oh yeah, that's right. Jack took out Kenny the first time Kenny had to go out for surgery. Oh yeah, that's right. And they're beefing, but they're on the same side. So it's like, couldn't you just like have given them a pass? Like, and we don't have to have this beef? Like, can we just
right.
it just was weird because it was like, yeah, it's connected. And everybody that watches this and like everybody that's like deep in the trenches of this, like that watches religiously, they even said, I had no idea. Someone had to remind me that this happened 2.5 years ago. And that should have told you right there. You could have easily just walked this away. No one would have been like, hey, but doesn't Kenny and Jack have beef? No one would have said that because people forgot. So no one would have said it. We would have just went like, okay, cool, they're a team, they're cool. And just went away with it. But like they're like, no, we have to bring this back and let you know that we have some connective tissue. And it's like, uh, I get it, but like it's been so fucking long that nobody really cares.
To prove your point of what you're saying, because you're absolutely
Uh-huh.
right. I had no idea any of that until you just mentioned it just now. So
See, exactly, that's what I mean. And we do this week to week. Like this is something like it could have been thrown away. Like I understand Tony remembers, and I get it, but you could have just swept it under the rug and been like, all right, whatever, fuck it. Like it
not
wasn't
too many
that
people
deep.
would remember.
Yeah, nobody would have remembered. It's like 10 people. And like when that one person said it, and like I was like, the fuck? I was like, oh yeah, the blood spot. When he just I was like, yeah, I remember now.
Wait, wait,
And it's
wait,
like,
wait,
okay.
wait. I think they're even wrong because wasn't that Okada that did that?
Wait, okay, all right, no. Okay, it wasn't the blood spot. It was far so yeah, it was 2 years ago. Because remember 2 years ago when they took Kenny out because the Bucks was doing this thing and they kicked him out of the group? It was Jack Perry the one that kicked him out of the group.
I swear it was Okada, but okay.
No, 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 no. Remember he got. Remember when it first happened? It first happened, and they kicked him out of the group. This was when they came back from the whole CM Punk bullshit, and it was Jack Perry's fault.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. It was. See, and that even tells you how fucked up it is. It's been so far back, we can't even remember the exact story on why the fuck this was a thing.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Like this could have just been a throwaway, and then like, not we have to bring this in and tell people that this was a thing. I'm like, all right, man.
Like at a certain point, you stop caring.
Yeah. So then after this, yes, Kenny Omega should be beefing with Kyle Fletcher, but he does his thing. The lights go out, and who the fuck shows up?
Eddie Dodo.
And I was like, I wasn't shocked because it was him. I was shocked because of what happened next. Because he beat Kenny up, and I'm like, all right, we're gonna get Kenny versus fucking Andrade. Yeah, all right, cool. Then Dom Calis comes in there. I'm like, all right, fuck this, man. I'm done. Like, I'm fucking done. That was the quickest yay to I'm done I've ever seen in my life. That was the quickest. Because I was like, yeah, we get Kenny versus Andrade. We're still getting a match. But I was like, I'm done because he's fucking with Don Callis. I was like,
Why? Like, not why are you done? Like, why is he fucking with Don? Like, fuck that.
I don't know. But when I bring up that something happens later on, you're gonna be like, yeah, this is like we're kind of yeah. So they showed a 6 year Dynamite episode thingy where they like did a whole recap, and a lot of people said they had a lot of stuff in there. I'm like, there was a lot of stuff that was left out. And
A
I'm not even
lot.
joking, like not even just because of the CM Punk thing. It was a lot of stuff left out. Like it was like so much shit left out. And the bad part is like this feels like WWE under Vince era. And people would be like, what do you mean? Like when Vince would let somebody go and they would go to another company, I'm never showing you again. Fuck you. I'm never gonna show you again. So CM Punk should have been all over that. Cody Rhodes should have been all over that.
Mm-hmm.
Ricky Starks, all of them, like everybody that's
Jake,
gone, like fucking
Jade.
Mariah May, like all of these people should have been on there. Jade Cargill,
Mm-hmm.
nobody. It's just like erased from AEW history, and it's like, damn, you just pulled events. Like that's not who you are. Like what is like what's
Right.
going on? It was so weird to me. It was very weird to me.
Same. I ain't like it.
Yeah. Then we had Mark Briscoe, and he's still beefing with MJF, which I don't know how I feel about that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I actually really fucking hate it or I hate it. Like I don't know how I feel about it. It's either one of the two. Like I'm not sure.
I feel like it should be done by now.
Like they had a match. He beat the shit out of him. MJF said he's going away to become the old MJF. So why are we rehashing this?
Exactly. It shouldn't.
Then we had Orange Cassidy versus Kyle Fletcher for the TNT title because Hologram was injured. So they're having the match, and all of a sudden, here comes Hologram. And I'm not joking. Everybody, like half the people knew. There's like everybody on the internet was like, "Oh my god, like that's the clone." But the announcers go, "Hologram's back," and it's like, no, he just has the mask and the vest. Like, look at his tights. He's back. I'm like, what are you doing, Hologram? What? It's like, come on, man. Like y'all are never this dumb. Like announcers, the AEW announcers are never this dumb. They're always on point. They always calling shit out. Why the fuck did you guys not call this out? And they're like, no, hologram. Why would you do that? And it's like, dude, come on, man, don't do that. Like we're all smart. Like you could have been like, that's not hologram. It's like, what are we doing here?
It was weird as fuck for no reason.
Very weird. So after the match, hologram or El Clone is now part of the Don Callis family.
They could have thought of a better name. Like hologram sounds way better in my opinion. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. And then Don Callis stood on the ramp with the whole Don Callis family, and I just was like, half of the fucking roster is the Don Callis family. Fuck it. Like, even we're the Don Callis family at this point. Like, the fuck is going on here?
I don't want to claim that. I'm not in that.
Fuck it, man. Like, I don't even know. Then we had Mercedes. She's in the back, and she's talking about the TBS championship. And then Renee brings up the tag team titles, and Harley Cameron shows up out of nowhere. And Mercedes tries to like tell her to leave. But Mercedes says next week she's going to face somebody from Florida and she's going to defend her TBS title. So immediately, no one can figure out who the fuck this person is. No one at all. And then I seen from one of the Stan accounts, oh, you know it would be cool if it was Izzy. She's from Florida. And I'm like,
Oh my Jesus.
and I was like, that's not as stupid as I would have thought because Izzy has trained to be a wrestler and she is wrestling. So I'm like, that's not as stupid. Like it would be synergized for them to be in Florida and she to wrestle Izzy. I'm like, all right, that kind of makes sense. I'm like, yeah, it's not as bad. Like, well, I care not really, but like, it's not as bad. Like, and remember Sasha stole like the flowers from her and made her cry and stole the headband and all that. You know, like
Are
so
we gonna
so.
bring that up?
I hope so if it's her, because like I don't really I don't really know anybody from Florida that it could be. Like I guess it could work. Like I said, I don't know. Like I don't know.
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm just like I don't know. It's like it's a good story, but like even if it's just a one off, it's like it's a good story. It makes sense.
Yeah, it
But
is what it is.
I still feel like Mercedes because they keep bringing up this 11th title. I feel like what Saray said, even though she does defend the IWGP Women's Championship against Alex Windsor, Saray said she was coming to defend the title against somebody in America. So my thought process is like, oh, she's going to defend it against Mercedes. And then she fought Alexander Winter, and I'm like, there's still a chance she could defend it against Mercedes at Wrestle Tree.
Yep.
And then we had the triple threat, I mean, not a triple threat, a six man, the MWO versus two of the ops, and Hangman. And this ending was stupid, but what we get out of the ending is great. Stupid ending, great outcome. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't see any of that coming.
Nobody did. It was just that, like I said, it was stupid. It was stupid
Hmm.
because Hangman and them won, and Samoa Joe got mad that he didn't get the tag, and then Hangman tried to give Joe the belt, and he dropped it, and now Joe's mad at him. They're going back and forth, and it sets up the match between Joe and Hangman. Okay, I'm not mad at it.
I didn't
I'm not mad.
necessarily care the way it happened though. Like you're mad because he dropped your belt. It was an accident. It was purely accident.
Yeah, it was really dumb. It was really dumb. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like we get a banger match, but fuck it. Like the way that it came about, fuck it. Like they could have did so many other things, but like whatever.
Yeah.
Then they set up Jet Speed, one of Jet Speed versus one of FTR. And part of me was like, they shouldn't do this. They should just do FTR versus Jet Speed. But the way that they're setting this up is basically going to be Jet Speed versus FTR at the pay per view. So, all right, I'm cool with that.
Gonna be a cool match.
Yeah, like Wrestle Dream is looking like it's going to be a banger because like a lot of these matches look like, ooh, they're kind of sexy. I want to see this.
Like you always say, AEW, their pay-per-views 9 out of 10 are good. So
Mm-hmm. So then we had Tony Storm, and she came out, and I swear to God, I thought she was a champion. But then they didn't say she was a champion. I was like, well, why are they not saying she's a champion? They didn't say shit. They're like former champion. I was like, oh my God, that's right. She lost.
we got used to it.
Yeah. So she's facing Ty Mello. She beats Ty Mello, and then she starts to cut a promo, and I wanted to choke every person in that audience because she's cutting a promo, doing her Tony Storm like movie monologue promo, and they just start going, "What? What?" And it's like, you motherfuckers! Like you're not even a. That's not an AEW audience.
Yeah.
That's not an AEW audience. Fuck out of here.
Like how are you gonna fucking what a, a great part of the show? Like what the hell?
Exactly.
I can see if it was
So
Dom Calis talking. Like fuck that.
exactly. So now it's Tony Storm, and she challenges Chris Statlander. Like I said, at Wrestle Dream, looks like it's going to be a banger.
Yes.
Then we had something that I was so fucking baffled on because it all made sense, but then they just was like, nope, we're going to fuck this up. Because they showed Dralistico is going to take on Eddie Kingston at Collision. I'm like, okay, cool. So then they interviewing Sammy Guevara. And Sammy's like, yeah, Eddie, me and you got beef. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Eddie and Sammy did have beef. Like they beef backstage and they had beef in the ring. Like they had beef. Why isn't Sammy gonna take on Eddie? And Sammy goes, I'm not gonna take you on. Dralistico's gonna take you on. I was like, so why the fuck did you even bring up this story if you're not? I'm like, fuck this, man. Like it was right there, and it's like if they would have did it the opposite way, and it would have been Dralistico versus Eddie, and then after the match, fucking Sammy comes out and starts beating the shit out of Eddie, and then we go, all right, I hate you because of this, and it's like, oh yeah, that's right. I'd have been like, okay, that makes sense.
But why bring it up there if you're not gonna do it? You know?
Exactly. It's just so ass backwards. Then we had Gates of Agony versus the Swirl, and the Gates of Agony beat the Swirl. Like I didn't think the Swirl was gonna win. I don't know who thought the Swirl was gonna win.
Somebody did. Like they have fans. I don't know any of them, but they have fans.
No, no. Then the Hurt Syndicate comes out and they start talking, and MVP goes, "Listen, man, I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm not a good wrestler, and I took a loss. But next time, we not even gonna have a match like that." because it's going to be no disqualification, no pinfalls, no count. And I lie to you not, people halfway was like, yeah, until they realized he said no pinfalls, and now everyone's like, well, how the fuck do you win this fight?
Fuck.
So next week,
Knockout.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Like, I bet you it's still gonna be a pinfall, but like he just said it as a misspeak.
It has to be.
Yeah. So they're gonna take on Ricochet and his crew. Then we had a backstage with Takeshita and Okada. And Don Callis says, okay, you two are gonna take on Brodito. And neither one of them want to work with each other. And I'm like,
Takeshita was like,
okay,
bitch, what? He didn't say that. He should have, but he didn't say that. But like, that's the vibe I got.
I thought he was gonna say it. So they're gonna be a tag team against Brodito, and everyone's like, well, they should put the tag titles on the line, and then Okada screwed Takeshita. I'm like, that's exactly why they're not putting the tag titles on the line, because one of them is going to screw the other, which is going to be Okada screw Takeshita,
Yes.
and that's going to happen. But then everyone's like, but I don't think Takeshita should lose because he's going to be the IWGP champion. If he becomes the IWGP champion, prepare for a legendary fucking rant on this podcast. Like, just prepare for a legendary rant that's going to take up damn near the next podcast after that show. Just prepare for that. If that happens, just prepare.
I'm
But
prepared.
but like, I do really want to see Takeshita versus Okada. I want to see that.
That does pique my interest.
Yes, and hopefully Okada will be Tanahashi's last match. But like, I still want WWE to do the right thing and let Nakamura face Tanahashi. Let him be the last match. Because Tanahashi said it's somebody from the past and it's somebody that's really important. And it's like, well, you have Okada, who is his greatest rival, or you have one of the three musketeers, which is Nakamura. And everyone's like, the Nakamura thing is not going to happen. I'm like, you never know. It could happen. It could just randomly happen. Like, WWE could be like, all right, fuck it. Just one match. Who cares? Like, you never know.
Here's the thing. I'm not giving them a pass because they could very well say no. But you
Mm-hmm.
keep saying WWE could get, and they do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so, in my opinion, a Tony thing. I don't think Tony would let it go down.
Listen, but here's the thing, and like, as far as right now and probably later on,
Hmm.
it doesn't look like there's any AEW talent that's going to be on Wrestle Kingdom unless it's fucking Takeshita. Other than
Okay.
that, you can throw Nakamura on there because like there's no AEW people on there, and hopefully there isn't no AEW people on the fucking show. Because like, if you're gonna go with Nakamura versus Tanahashi, that's it. Like, it hard carries because people haven't seen Nakamura in a long time in a New Japan ring, and it'll be
Yeah.
the first time in forever. And like, if Tanahashi just tells Tony, "Listen, this is for me. This is what I want," and like, just this one time, and Tony be like, "All right, fuck it, like, go ahead and do it," and it would work. But like I said, it depends. It's
No,
either gonna
it
be
would it would
Okada, or,
definitely work. I just don't trust Tony.
yeah, it's either gonna be Okada or Nakamura at the end. So
Yeah.
then we get to the main event, which was Chris Statlander and Darby versus Marina and Wheeler Useless. And Marina Shafir gets her feet put in tags, and then she's so fucked up that she chokes out Wheeler Useless, and that's how they lose. Chris and Darby beat Wheeler Useless and Marina Shafir. Then the MWO tries to kill Darby because they put a chain around his neck and choke him till he damn near dies. Then, while this is happening, we get Tony. fighting with fucking Chris Statlander. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, yeah. I'm
Fucking
like, this,
chaos everywhere.
yes. And I'm like, this is good. Like, the only thing that just made me mad was like, we're getting Darby versus Moxley, and we're getting all of these great other matches. Like, I don't care about the Darby versus Moxley match. Like, everything else that's on the Wrestle Dream card looks amazing. Everything else it's I don't know. Darby Moxley just doesn't work for
The only reason I'm at least a little bit interested in Darby versus Moxley
me.
is the whole fire element. Because remember, like Darby been doing that lately, so I want to know how does that come into play. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But that's other than that, I don't. I give two shits.
yeah. But like Wrestle Dream looks like this is a really sexy card. Like
Yeah.
especially if they put Saray versus Mercedes on there and have like a good tag team banger. It's like, oh yeah, this would be really sexy.
Yep.
So then we go to NXT, but this was very fucking weird to me. And I am just really fucking pissed at fucking WWE for this. Like I'm not even joking. I know that they're so fucked up that that's why they would do this, but this was so not the thing to bend the knee on. Because our imperial overlords, Israel, said that WWE could not use invasion because it was on October 7th, and that was reminding them of the invasion of Hamas that took out 3,000 people in Israel, but the 70,000 and growing Palestinians just getting wiped off the map in a genocide because of Israel, because they're mad because of something that they got retribution for. Yeah, no, fuck that. WWE should have kept Invasion.
Yes.
They should have kept Invasion. They should have just not bended the knee, but of course they would bend the knee to the overlords. Like anytime Israel says something, fucking America has to go, you know what? You're right. We're going to do better. It's like, you do know that America is stronger than them. No, no, no. We have to bend the knee to them. Fuck Israel. Fuck them hard.
100%.
Like this shit is getting annoying. And when Israel gets what's coming to them, they will be mad. And for anyone out there talking about, oh, you hate your no, I hate Zionists and I hate your fucking government. That's what I hate. So there you go. Now on to NXT. Ricky Starks shows up and he's the new champion and he cuts a nice promo. And I was so happy I'm so happy for Ricky. And this was such a great promo. And then all of a sudden he gets interrupted by JC Jane.
Like I found it weird, but then I remembered like what's going on.
Dude, I found it weird and I remembered what was going on. It made no fucking sense. They could have gave him at least 10 more minutes, like, or 2 minutes, just 2 more minutes to finish this. So it's still in the middle of the speech, and here comes JC. Come the fuck on.
Yeah.
So JC's like, we got to do this thing because we're having a showdown, and we got to stand together because we're NXT. And then Ava shows up and says, hey, you know what, guys? You're fucking right. You two are the team captains. Pick your team. And at that moment, I realized something.
What?
Ava never does her fucking job. Dude, every time something happened, Ava's never doing her job. It's just the wrestlers are doing shit. It's never Ava's going, I'm doing this. She just goes, yeah, no, you guys pick shit and I'm gonna take credit for it. It's like, the fuck are we doing? She's so good at this. It's like you don't even realize that she never has done anything. She just goes, okay. She's not doing it. She never does anything. Ava's too good at this. Then Santino Marella comes out and he says, "This is a showdown. This isn't the other thing that I can't say because Israel said no." And he names his team captains, and one is Santana. Okay, fine. Santana is the team captain. And his other one is the TNA Knockouts champion, Kalani Jordan.
That kind of pissed me off.
That pissed me off too. And it's like, why pick her? She's not even from your show. And JC even said that. She's like, she's not even from your show. What are you talking about? I but I do like what she did post because she posted the Stone Cold WCW shirt. I mean, not shirt, but like him coming down when he's part of the Team WCW in an invasion.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's a little hint there. And we have the two people that I hate because of Vic Joseph. Because Vic Joseph says these two people, if you put their age together, they're still younger than you, Booker. And I'm like, there's no way. Fucking Leon Slater and Javon Evans are both 21 years old. And you put their ages together, and it's only 42, and Booker's older than 42.
why did
That
he have
made
to
me
do
mad.
that?
Like, I was like, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But they're backstage talking, and then the culling comes up, and he starts talking shit, and Leon and Javon go, yo, we have a tag team match. And they go talk to Ava, and Lyra shows up and gives Tatum a doll of Lyra. And Tatum throws the Izzy doll. And Izzy's like, come on, we're leaving.
Like, what the
They
fuck?
have to be doing a thing, right? They have to be sending her up to the main roster and she teaming up with Bailey, right? Like that has to happen, right?
That's what I believe.
Yeah, because this is none of this is making sense. Lyra's not even a fucking NXT person. The fuck are they doing here?
Yeah, like, what's the point of this? Like, that has to be the thing right there. That has to be
Yeah,
why.
it has to be something where she breaks her out and then she follows her to Raw, and that's how we get her on Raw. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Then we had Jada Parker versus Lash Legend, and Jada beats Lash. So, okay, Jada beats Lash. That plays into something later on. Then we have a backstage thing where Ricky starts, and Ricky is talking about, yo, Javon's on the team. And Trick says, hey, what about me? I should be on the team because I should be co-captain because I'm a TNA champion. So Ricky goes, you know what? Fuck it. So then Trick is like, who's the last person? Ricky says, Miles Bourne. And then Briggs shows up, and Trick said, what about Josh Briggs? And Javon's like, I'm not fucking with Josh Briggs. I'm leaving if he's on the team. And Ricky said, we'll work things out. So you know what? We'll have a match. Miles Bourne and Josh Briggs, and the winner gets on the team.
When I
And
first
I'm like,
heard that, I understood it was fucking Javon versus Briggs, but I'm like, wait, he had a match, so he wrestling twice?
yeah, no, it was Miles versus Josh.
Yeah.
Like the thing that pissed me off about this was where the fuck is Oba? Where's Oba?
They mentioned that too, like he wasn't on the show.
Yeah, where's Oba? Like he should have been the main one in this, but it's fine. Then we had Ethan Page. Ethan Page comes out and he's talking about the North American title and Dr. Wagner. And all of a sudden, Ali shows up. And I immediately popped, not just because it was Ali, because I knew the second he showed up, I knew exactly what he was going to say. And I knew exactly what this was. And I was like, oh my God, this is like the strangest, best coincidence I've ever seen. And he comes in and he starts talking. He says, "I haven't been here in a while." Blah blah blah, and then he goes, "I'm supposed to get a shot at that North American Championship." And he's like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I got fired 2 years ago today, and I was supposed to have a match for that North American Championship, so I'm due a title shot." And I was like, "Oh my god, they're doing a thing."
I didn't think about it, so like props to you for actually thinking about it.
Yeah, I immediately clocked it as soon as he walked in. I was like, "Oh my god, that's right. He was supposed to get the North American title shot." And Shawn Michaels even said to him, and he said to other people, Shawn Michaels was like, "I was going to like put the title on him. This was the guy, like this was my guy." And when they fired him, I couldn't do anything. Like Sean said, I couldn't do anything because I didn't have any control, but I wanted Ali to win the title. That was my guy, and that's why I set it up that way. So now we can have Ali win the title. Like it can happen because next week at Invasion is going to be Ali versus fucking Ethan Page.
Fucking right. That's the way you do it.
Yes. So then we had the women's locker room, and JC's trying to find her person. And she goes, "Oh, so Ruka, you got 2 championships. You could be in this." And then Lola Vice wants to be in this. And Fallon's like, "Dog, I'm right here. I should be in this." So she says, "You know what? You two fight, and the winner gets on the team."
Am I the one,
Okay.
the only one that thought like Fallon should have got in there automatically because he's part of the squad?
Yeah, you're the only one because I was like, I don't think Fallon should be in this. Then we had a little Hardy's promo about them wanting to win the titles. I'm like, okay, cool. Like they could win the titles and defend them against the Dudleys in a match. Cool. Then we had Briggs versus Miles Bourne, and Miles Bourne won. So yeah, I mean, I. Oh yeah, and Matt Cardona stopped Briggs from using the chain, which pissed me off. Like, and I'll tell you what pissed me off later on.
Okay.
Then we had Kalani talking to Jordan Grace. She's talking to Jordan Grace, and Grace is like, "Yo, dog, what's up? Like, I should definitely be on this team, right?" And she's like, "No, you know what? I'm thinking of who I want on the team." And then she's like, "What am I, Joe Hendry?" He's like, "Yeah, like, I'm not putting you on the team either," Santana told him. So now Jordan and fucking Joe Hendry are both fucked up because they don't know what to do. Like they represent both squads and they're very confused. Dude.
Like me being part of the storyline, fuck
Hmm.
them. Like they're both two-faced, you know what I mean? Mind you, this is
Like I
me
feel like
speaking
they're
like a part of the storyline, you know?
yeah, but I feel like they're gonna do something next week to get into the invasion multi-person match.
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel like they're doing something. And then we had Lola Vice beating Fallon Henley. So Lola is now in this. And JC was upset because she hates Lola. And Lola fucking won and she's in. So she's upset. And then we find out something that we already knew that we reported on this podcast.
Yep.
So we have Fallon and JC and they're talking. And then Laney Reed comes up and goes, "You know I killed her last week, right?" "What?" "Yeah, I was the one who kicked Lola." "Oh my god, it was you." And it's
You mean Jasmine?
like what the fuck? Like it fucking pissed me off. It's like,
Both. Both
what?
actually.
Yeah. So we get the main event, Javon Evans and Leon Slater versus the Cullen. Dude, what the fuck? These two guys. They just got to the point. where they just start looking at each other and go, "Oh, I can top you. Oh, I can top you too. I'm better." And it's like, okay, whatever. Like that's all I
That,
can say is like, okay, whatever.
that's
Like
how
I
it
couldn't even
felt.
get, dude, I can't even get mad at it. They were just going, and like we get to see them next week in the tag match, and then we also get to see them at Bound for Glory in a one-on-one. This is gonna be fucking awesome for them too.
I'm actually excited.
Yes. So then we get the teams for Invasion, and the team captain picks the teams. So we got the NXT team. We already know who's on the NXT team for the men's, and then we find out who's on the women's because they didn't announce Jada Parker until they announced the women's. So I'm like, okay, cool. Who's gonna be on Team TNA? And Santana goes, I'm picking Frankie Kazarian. Yes, Frankie has been there for the longest. I'm picking Moose. Okay, cool. You're picking Moose. He's picking Leon Slater. So why did Matt Cardona beat up fucking Josh Briggs? Now that
Yeah,
has nothing to do with nothing. The fuck?
like it definitely should have been Cardona.
Yeah, and then this one even fucking pissed me off worse, but I understand why in a way. So Kalani goes, I'm picking my team. So I'm picking the tag team champions, who didn't win the tag titles at the time. The tag team champions, the inspiration. Okay. And, you know, Mara Sade. She almost called her Jakara Jackson.
Here's the funny part. I actually want to
Hmm?
say she did that on purpose.
No, she did do it on purpose
Okay.
because she wanted people to know who she was.
Yeah.
So all of those women are ex WWE people.
Yes.
Like,
I'm not sure how I
what?
feel about that though.
Me neither. And so Kalani and Jordan Grace are beefing online because Jordan wants in. She doesn't think Kalani can do anything. And now they're beefing. So listen, man, I'm thinking something's going to happen.
Think Kalani might get taken out or something?
She might, and it probably will be Jordan Grace's fault. Like, and then Jordan is the team leader, and she leads the team. Like, I don't know. This feels like something's going on. Like, this doesn't feel normal because the way Jordan is still talking shit, it feels like she's going to do something to get in there. Like, either she's going to take out Kalani or something bad is going to happen where Jordan is going to be forced to get in there.
Yeah.
Like, I would have like, I'm okay either way, but like, this is a little too much for a storyline just straight up going on Twitter and like Instagram and all of this. It's a little bit too much. So I feel like there's more to this story.
To be honest, I kind of don't like Kalani being part of that team, even though, because she's part of the NXT roster, even though she's the champion over there.
Dude,
I
that
don't,
whole
I don't
that
know.
whole fucking team, like that whole fucking women's team is not it ain't it for me because it's like everybody's an ex WWE person.
Here's the thing: the reason the rest of
Mm-hmm.
them make sense, though, like you can
Mm-hmm.
make it make sense because they all got fired, so they all got beef with the WWE. You know what I mean? So they can have their own little grievances.
Yeah, no, I get it, but like I don't know, man. Like I said, I
Mhm.
get it, but it's like I don't know, man. It just
They
feels
they could have done better.
they could do a lot better. They could do a
Yes.
lot better. They could do a lot better, but it's like, we don't know.
Yeah.
But like I'm just really fucking lost. Like, dude, what the fuck? Like it's just one of those really fucked up things. It's like, but I do know that like somebody's getting screwed hard.
Yes.
Like somebody's getting screwed hard. and I don't know who it is, but it's somebody, and I can't figure it out. I can't figure out for the life of me who it is. It's somebody, but I can't figure it out. And that leads to Raw. And Raw starts off with Rhea Ripley. And Rhea's pissed off and she wants to beat the shit out of Asuka. And Io comes out and like, yo, that's my family, dog. Please, like, don't hurt him. That's my family. And then Asuka and Kyrie cut a promo and people are looking and Io's like, no, I'm gonna go talk to him. And then when she goes to talk to him, Asuka Asuka and Kyrie come up and beat the shit out of Rhea, and then miss Io, and they just beat them down and setting up a match for them. Now, how do you feel about this storyline? Because I've heard very few conflicting stories about this. How do you feel about this?
I'm actually interested because will Eel turn on Rhea? Or the surprising thing, what if like the whole Rhea thing and Oscar and all that, like it's a thing, so she could finally beat Eel eventually.
Okay, because like I have no, I just mean like the whole entire story, like what they've been doing so far. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I'm good with it. Yeah.
Like I've heard some people not like this story for some racist reasons because they're speaking in Japanese, but to them it's not translating and they just can't get behind the story when I'm looking all over the timeline and I'm hearing from everybody talking about this is one of the hottest storylines in WWE.
Oh, the racism thing, that's some bullshit. Like, no, like I'm perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
no, that's bullshit right there.
Like when you have Dave Meltzer and Brian Alvarez go, this is one of the hottest fucking storylines, and they're fucking bringing it, and they're just like, and they're even hyping up like fucking Io and Asuka speaking Japanese. They're like, yo, that makes it even more credible because like you can hear the intensity in their voice, and like it's making this like this is a story that's like this is the only reason I'm really enjoying Raw, and it's like they criticize the shit out of WWE, and they're just like, no, this is like my favorite storyline going on in WWE right now. Like for people to just be like, oh, well, like it's not translating because of the language barrier, and it's like, no, you're just racist. That's it. Like this is a
100%.
really good story. You're just racist. That's it. Long and short of it.
One of my favorite movies that I've seen is I, what would I call it? Like it's not an English foreign movie, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Is called Train to Busan. It's an old movie. Like I recommend that anybody watch it. You don't need to know English to know what the hell's going on. Like I understood that movie. Like it was so sad at the end. So it's bullshit. Like you could understand by their mannerisms and the emotion that they give. So fuck that, racist people.
Yeah, it's complete bullshit for those people to be like, yeah, it's just not connected with me because they speak Japanese and it's not good. And it's like, yeah, all right, you're just racist. It's fine.
Yeah, 100%.
Then we had the IC title match with Rusev versus Dominic Mysterio. And Dominic Mysterio nutshotted Rusev to get the win.
Like father, like son.
Yep. And we get LA Knight talking shit to Xavier Woods, and it sets up a match for them later on. And it's so funny. Like Xavier Woods on Twitter called him Max Dupree.
Yes. Yeah. I wonder how many people actually remember that shit.
Not many. So then we get Bailey, and she's talking to Lyra, and Lyra's like, "Yo, dog, I I don't know what the fuck is going on with you." And so Bailey's like, "Yo, come out with me." She's like, "I'm not coming out with you. I don't trust you." So Bailey takes on Roxanne. I mean, not Roxanne, Raquel, and Raquel beats her down. She gets the win, and Roxanne comes in, and Lyra comes in and beats the shit out of both of Judgment Day, while Bailey is over there like holding her head, going crazy. And then she goes, "I knew you could do it." And then she pulls up Lyra and gives her a hug, and Lyra is fucking baffled.
Here's the funny part about the hug,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah,
That wasn't hugging Bailey. That was the other Bailey.
I
So
know.
they
I'm
both
so
they both like her.
dude, I'm so confused. And when this whole thing ends, I'm gonna be less confused, but I'm going to laugh my ass off because this is gonna be so weird.
Yeah. Great
So
storyline.
on, yeah. So on to the worst storyline in WWE. Jay Uso and Jimmy, they're going back and forth, and Jay's telling Jimmy, "Yo, fuck LA Knight." And they're just going back and forth, and it's just stupid. Whatever.
I don't like it either.
Yeah. And then EO is blinded, and Kari comes up and goes, "We're family. You should talk to Oscar." And EO's like, "Kari, get away from me. Please get away from me." And then Kari goes in with the low blow. She gives her a picture of them as friends. Oh my god. Like it did like EO's looking at it and she gets start getting emotional. And I'm like, look, that's a low blow because you're a bad guy and you're trying to emotionally manipulate her. Like, that's fucked up. That's really fucked up.
Told you Kari's the worst one.
Yes. So Kofi Kingston faces LA Knight, and LA Knight beats him. It's over. 1, 2, 3. And then we get Maxine. No, not is it. It is Maxine Dupree.
Yeah, yeah.
Maxine Dupree and Akira Tozawa. And Becky shows up. And Becky just slaps the shit out of her. And they just start beefing. So Becky next week against Maxine. Again. Again.
Okay. You didn't care the
Again.
first time. I don't know why I would care now.
Exactly. That's what I'm just like, again. All
I
I
mean,
know is that
no
AJ is going
disrespect
to
to
have
them.
something to
So
do with it. That's all I know.
yeah.
And then we had Seth and Cody beefing, respect. They don't respect. They love each other. They hate each other. Champions, champion, whatever. And then we have more Io and Rhea. And they say, hey, we're going to have a tag match against the Kabuki Warriors in Australia. Woo!
Yippee.
Then we have AJ Lee, which is AJ Styles and Dragon Lee, versus Ryo and what's the other one name? Ryo? Ryo and
Rio and damn, what the fuck was the other one's name? I almost said Rico. It's a Spanish name, so it's
yeah. So the two of them they beat up the Dos Americanos and they get the win. And then we get up backstage with Stephanie and Tiffany, and they're beefing. And Stephanie says, "Yo, I'm gonna beat you." And Tiffy said, "It's going to be Tiffy time." Like, okay. Then we get to
whatever.
the main event. We get to the main event: the Usos versus Braun and Braun. Anything goes. Then all of a sudden, Roman shows up, beats the shit out of them. Braun and Braun's done, and then Roman's in the ring with Jay. And said, "Told you, don't let nobody fuck with you. It's all about you. It's your time." And Jimmy's in the background just looking like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, remember, Roman said that Jimmy is the next up. He's the next guy. I mean, not Jimmy. Jay is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't give a shit about the storyline. But only thing I do know, and like they could go this way, and if they go this way, it'll be weird for me in a certain way, but it would be perfect if they did it this way because they need a third person. Like they meaning Braun and Braun in the Vision. They need another member.
Yeah,
And if the member is Oba, that would be great, but it would piss me off because you would stick Oba in a crew where he wouldn't be able to shine as the ruler. Because like I don't see anybody on the level that could go against Roman in the Usos and stand with Braun and Braun. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Like it has to be like a certain type of person, and the only certain type of person is Oba. That's really he's really that guy. So I don't know who the person can be because it has to be somebody. It has to be somebody.
Oba will work, but then it's kind of shitting on Seth. Like I said last time we discussed this, my opinion.
It is shit on like everybody in that crew would suffer, but like I don't know. Like the other person that like has been suggested multiple times is Tony D'Angelo. And Tony D'Angelo could be that guy, and I'm okay with Tony D'Angelo being that guy. Like, I mean, not. I mean, yeah, because he could just fit in there and he could just exist.
Yeah,
Like, all right, but like, yeah, I just they need a new person, and the new person is coming, but they whoever it is, it just has to work. Like, because they could either get swallowed up in the vision, or like if it's Tony D'Angelo, it's like it will work because he can grow.
yeah.
That's the only good part.
I actually like Tony D'Angelo more than Oba in that crew.
Yeah, like Tony and that crew would work because like he wouldn't get gobbled up. He would grow and become his own person, and you'd be like, okay, cool. I really like Tony D'Angelo.
Yeah,
But like the other way is like Oba would be too big of a star, and you'd be like, dog, why is Oba there? Like Oba should leave. Like it's very complicated in that matter. Like they have to pick the right person to sit with them.
yeah. I
Like
kind of
other
felt the
than that,
same thing when like Breaker joined them. Like, in my opinion, he was too big for them, but like he's working out good, so I like it.
no, like I the only reason I get Braun is because like he still needs seasoning. He still needs a little seasoning. So I get why he's there because like he still needs seasoning. He still needs to be like under the tutelage of somebody. So I get why he's there. Bronson Reed is the one who's just like is just there. It's like we picked our next guy, which is Braun Breaker. Seth is the guy now. You just exist. Like, and that's the person who I felt bad.
Yeah.
But like I've been saying this for weeks. Like they need somebody because it's like it's always a 3-on-2 beatdown, and they need another person because like what the fuck are they doing? It's just so weird. Like the bad guys, like they're outnumbered, and you just feel bad for them.
Are they truly the bad guys though? Because Roman and Jay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, they're not really the bad guys. But yeah, like that's pretty much the end of the show. Do you have any last words?